Reuben Foster in trouble once again. 49ers linebacker Reuben Foster arrested in Florida on domestic violence charge per report. Per report. You know, can this season get any worse? I mean, really, can it get any worse? Last summer we had Reuben Foster getting into trouble. Then came the injuries, the injury bug, losing Jimmy G for the season, losing McKinnon for the season, and all these other injuries. And then came the losing. Lose, 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 lose. With some wins in there. And now we're back to the Reuben Foster trouble once again. Now, I know that you're innocent until proven guilty, but and I know that we don't have all the facts. We don't have all the facts just yet. But I'm gonna say that there is something to the report. I know you're innocent until proven guilty. So let's wait and see. But if in fact he is in trouble, I believe he needs to go. He needs to be off the football team. You know, Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, and Jed York have been talking about, you heard them say it, they're talking about a new culture in the 49ers in San Francisco, a new winning culture, they call it. A new winning culture. That's what they're aiming for. And, Reuben Foster, he's just not he's hurting it. He's hurting it, and he's becoming the cancer, and because see this kind of thing could mess us up in the draft. It really can. I mean, in the first round, we can still get that edge rusher that we want. We don't necessarily have to draft somebody to replace Reuben Foster. We can always replace Reuben Foster with a free agent, a really good free agent in the offseason, and still get our pick in the first round for an edge rusher. But who knows how they're going to respond to this? It could mess things up. Also, it's a distraction on the team. I'm sure the players are talking about this right now. And it's just it just hurts what we're trying to do here. We're trying to turn this thing around. This does not help that effort. Now, John Lynch did say that. I remember he did say that he would give Reuben Foster another chance. He says I'll give him. He gets one more chance, and if he messes up, he's gone. I remember John Lynch saying something like that. Well, he's obviously now Reuben Foster's obviously in some new trouble now. And what I can't understand, so I think he'll probably end up being gone. Now, what I can't understand is I've always heard Reuben Foster talk about how much he admires and idolized. One of the players that he idolized was Patrick Willis. Well, we know what Patrick Willis was all about. He was a great player, good man, didn't get into trouble. So why can't Reuben Foster follow that example? If he idolizes Patrick Willis and wants to be like Patrick Willis, then he's got to follow that example, and he doesn't do that. And because of it, I think he's lost. I think this guy is just one of those football players that's talked about, during the draft that they're in, and then ends up lost. And I think Reuben Foster could be lost. But again, like I said, we don't have all the facts. For all we know, this could be another copycat thing. You always hear about all these copycat incidences, and because of what happened to Reuben Foster last summer, being blamed for domestic violence, maybe it's somebody else doing this to him and doing it to get money. So we don't know all the facts yet. It could be that. But if it is not that, if he is in fact guilty of some bad things, then he needs to go. You know, I've never seen a season like this at all. I've been a 49er fan all my life. I got so much 49er stuff here and other places. I got jerseys, I got other stuff. Hell, I even my keychain says 49ers on it. You know? I have so I don't know, man. I really don't know what we're gonna do about this guy, but he needs to go. If this, we have to wait and see. Another thing too is that Reuben Foster really hasn't been playing that well lately. We all have been seeing this. He's been injured. He gets injured a lot, and he gets into trouble. So I mean, is he really worth it? I don't think so. I don't know. But I tell you one thing though. I miss the days when we had Patrick Willis and Bowman, Bernard, Bowman, and it's those guys were great. And I don't know that I mean, we just got to find another guy to replace him. If in fact all these things are true, I don't understand why a person just cannot stay out of trouble. Why? It's unbelievable. Didn't Reuben Foster? I remember he said, after he had gotten into that trouble that he was in, he says, I'm gonna do my best to stay out of trouble. I'm gonna stay clean. I'm gonna focus more on my career. He said that, and now we hear this. Anybody who doesn't want to be part of the program and doesn't want to contribute to the team needs to not even be part of the team. We're trying to build something. We're trying to build something for the future. We're trying to turn this football team around. That's what we're trying to do. And we're going through the growing pains, obviously, to do that. And Reuben Foster is just a distraction to all this. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't hate Reuben Foster. In fact, I had high hopes for the guy. I even own his jersey. I have a Reuben Foster jersey. I even worn it in one of my videos. What are we going to do? I think it's time that for whatever the case may be. If he's innocent, great. If not, he needs to go. And that's all I want to say. Really disappointed. Okay, well, until the next video. Talk to you all later. Right, bye.